Does make perfect sense to get rid of it. Also is a fantastic setup for the Earthshaker and Lena stuns. You don't want to have to deal with that if you can avoid it.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
EHOME, they get rid of the Kunkka as their 5th ban. That Kunkka does just cause so many problems with that boat run buff, with the X. Just all very, very hard to deal with, and he's just so strong in that mid lane. Now EHOME go for the Oracle pickup, and that's what I was kind of waiting for last game. The false promise is just so important when you're up against the Void. Just being able to deny him that kill within the chrono and having that turnaround potential with that false promise is really probably going to work out well for EHOME in this game. Of course, we'll see if RNG go for any direct counters towards that Oracle. You could always just give Setsu the Storm Spirit again, and Setsu can always just zip in, take down the Oracle straight away, and then suddenly you don't have that problem. I think that probably would be the way to go, though surely EHOME already expect this and are prepared for it.
Radiant team pick.
They will actually go for the Skywrath. So another great combination with the Void. Skywrath loves the Chrono into the Mystic Flare. Also works well against the Oracle, Earthshaker, and Lena because you do have that inbuilt silence in the form of Ancient Seal. And in the laning stage, Skywrath is just very, very powerful as a support. The Arcane Bolt spam is just infuriating to have to lane against. And sure, you can get a magic stick and try to counter it, but it doesn't work quite as well as, say, against the Bristleback. So it is a very squishy support. EHOME can abuse this if they wish, and they actually go for a Death Prophet pickup. EHOME does tend to run this a lot, and they are pretty darn good with it because they do really use the Exorcism every time it is available. They always try to find either a massive team fight or they try to find a tower. They're very good around those timings of the ultimates.
10 seconds remaining.
Whether I like it against the Void's a different story.
5 seconds remaining.
It can work thanks to that Spirit Siphon just essentially denying the Void any form of damage in the Chrono, assuming you get it off before he does throw out the Chrono. But that's a very specific circumstance. RNG now, 4th pick for them, reserve time being used up once again. I'm sure they weren't quite expecting the DP, but now they pick up the Zeus. So a Setsu Zeus is coming out. Against the DP is a pretty interesting pickup. I still feel like the DP wins the lane in the mid lane up against that Zeus, but it can work either way.
10 seconds remaining.
Usually speaking, the DP won't be able to close the distance on the Zeus to get that Spirit Siphon off, but even just with the Crypt Swarm spam, my goodness, it does tend to be enough to just beat the Zeus mid. And RNG, they finish it off, they'll go for a Sanking as their final pick. A great way to round it off, just great team fight with that Burrow Strike Epicenter. Again, very hard to deal with in the laning stage. And EHOME, what's the choice here?
10 seconds remaining.
I wouldn't mind seeing something like a Bristleback come out. We've seen plenty of position 1 Bristlebacks. They do dominate that offlane Sanking every single time. And EHOME definitely have it available to them. Though they'll go for the Chaos Knight. And I don't mind that either. With this CK, you're going to be able to close the distance on the Zeus, just blow him up immediately. You can do the same to Monet on that Void. And it's actually going to be a mid Chaos Knight, it looks like. 897 picks it up. BT faded on the position 1 Death Prophet. And Faith Beyond on the core Earthshaker. So Sin Q actually going to be playing the position 4 Lena. A big switch up. Not what I was expecting, but I do like this. CK is one of those heroes that does tend to get underestimated, especially during that mid game. He's extremely powerful if he does get those early core items up. RNG, they've got to be very careful not to lose their laning stages. It is very possible that EHOME will just dominate the lanes. Can work either way, but that's going to be what's important for RNG. Just do not lose the lanes. If you do, EHOME will probably run over you with this draft. And that goes the same for EHOME. If EHOME lose their lanes pretty hard, of course, RNG will do the same. But it's going to be a lot worse if EHOME gets the start they want. That's for sure. As we are going to get into it.
I shall not report you.
Dogfights.
Prepare for battle.
Last game of the night. Final spot of the major. Up on the line. Nate with the dots again.
"30 seconds to battle."
Setsu on the Zeus will be pretty interesting to watch. Not the hero I expected from him, but it's always good to see the Zeus popping up.
The battle begins.
So, 2 for 2 on those bounties. Very even start once again between these two teams. As it stands, it looks like there may be a potential tri-lane from EHOME up at this top lane. Sinkyu is definitely going to stick around. I don't know about why staying around here, but he may just stay for a first blood attempt. You can get the first blood and just TP straight back down to the bot lane. That would be very, very nice for EHOME as a start. And you can already see, yeah, EHOME, they're going for it. Nice fish shot into the double LSA. Fortune's End coming in. It looks like they are going to go for FF, and FF has no way out of this. A very clever play, ensuring Faith Beyond should have a good off lane. And Y immediately TPs back down bot to be able to help out BT Faded on that DP. And remember what we talked about during those drafts. RNG cannot lose the lanes. That is one thing that is 100% in this game. Nay, he's going to be left alone for a bit. FF had to run his way up. His TP was on cooldown at the time. Now more harassment from Sin-Q. It's one of the beautiful things about the position 4 Lena. It just does so much harassment from such a long range. The Light Strike Array is a pretty cheap stun to continuously be able to throw out. Especially with the high mana pool of the Lena. As you can see, Monet is copying it. Oh, 897 doing very well in the mid lane so far. With this CK, he can deny creeps off very, very easily because of the high base damage he has. Setsu, of course, gonna be worried about that reality rift as why. Regen rune on dogfights, that is not good news, though it does wear off. Dogfights is going to continue harassing Y on the way back to the tier 1 tower. Y is definitely going to need to go for an early point in the Fate's Edict, try and avoid a lot of this magic damage from the Skywrath Mage. Still though, BT is farming very well on the Death Prophet. Flyone doing decently on the Sand King. He actually hasn't opted for the Sandstorm. He's gone for the 101 build. So just going into the Caustic Finale for now. Top lane, Monet trying to harass out Sin Q. Faithbeyond not really able to slow him down though. LSA is going to be there on FF. Sin Q still being chased, but Monet does not get too lucky with those bashes. Sin Q now will just salve up, return back into the lane. Same thing for FF. My issue is though that Faithbeyond is still finding way too much in this off lane. Currently 3 last hits ahead of the Void. CFF already trying to get control back in this lane. Going for that pull, but Sin Q is going to disrupt. Takes the aggro of the creep wave back towards that lane. And he tries to take the aggro back of the Radiant creeps. It just does not work out that way. Setsu falling a little bit behind 897 on the CK. It is not the easiest lane for a Zeus. Because again, 897 can really just deny the hell out of Setsu, and that's exactly what he's been trying to do. Already with 8 denies on this CK. Why? Kasishov gonna connect on the Oracle. Not gonna lead to anything. BT was there just in case. Looks like Flyone does actually go into the Sandstorm now, so 2 levels in that. He feels confident enough that he'll be able to abuse that. Mid lane, Sensu copying a lot of damage from 897. Does have the bottle up though, he'll be okay. He's just going to ensure he gets all those power runes, and that's exactly what he's been doing. 5-minute banner runes are about to spawn. Bot lane, a bit of a fight here. Flyone going to be in a slight bit of trouble. VT, Crypt Swarm not going to be available, but no, he just stick charges up and will find the kill. White getting a little bit low, but there's not really much mana left on dogfights. They go after the bounties. Y does find it. Dogfight Fortune's End, but he should find a kill on Y and does. VT though, going to make a slight chase, but doesn't have any mana to really abuse, and he will just have to return back to the lane. The thing is, Y on this Oracle won't really mind dying in that position. It was well worth his own life to just go for that bounty rune. And Dogfights appears to have denied himself off to the tier 2 because he was just completely out of mana. That is fair enough. Mid lane, Sin Q rotating, but Sensu seems to know he's there. Sin Q moving forward, but yeah, they found him. Still, LSA connects. Y in the back as well. TP cancellation of the tier 2, and well, 897 with the Phantasm Illusions just reality rifts in. And now that tier 1 tower is not going to survive. The CK does push extremely fast with those illusions. Sin Q is going to be there for some added damage. This mid lane has definitely been lost for RNG. In fact, I mean, 897 is 2 levels ahead of the Zeus right now. They're going to go again on the tier 2 tower. Fortune's End, TP's coming in, but it will not matter. He goes down straight away. He's going to have to make the walk of shame back. Sin Q Nice LSA. Will stop the abuse coming out from Flywood. 897, this is concerning for RNG. He's going to be online pretty early on. Faith Beyond getting low, but 897 rotates in. They should be able to find another kill on the Skywrath, and well, that's going to be the second kill for the CK. And he's going straight into those drums. That indicates more aggression coming out from EHOME once he does have those up. At least though, Monet has been able to farm a bit at the top lane. They did kind of force Faith Beyond out of there a bit. Thing is though, you look at Faith Beyond's farm, he's already got a point booster up. He's just rushing the Aghanim Scepter. Once he has that available, it's going to be very hard to control this Earthshaker. I suppose the one saving grace right now is the offlane of RNG, which is farmed pretty decently on the Sand King. They may even find a kill into Sin Q. They have Chrono available on the Void. It's going to be worth just throwing it out just to find one pick off. The Sin Q will not give them that option. He does back out. Looking at 897, he's ready to go again. He has Phantasm. Doesn't care about the farm. Exorcism is popped by VT Faded. TPs though will come in from Flyman. He'll try to slow this push down with a Sandstorm, but 897's ready to go. He's waiting for someone to pop out of that tree line. And I don't think RNG can actually defend this. VT though has no creeps, but Y will just heal him up through the Exorcism. Flywood, they're going to jump in straight onto VT, and he will actually end up going down. So EHOME underestimate the side of RNG. They do pay for it though. 897 is going to go after Setsu. Setsu does find Sin Q on the laner, but it will cost him his own life.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
The Zeus's impact is going to struggle at this point. He's got 3 null talismans, but that's all he's got. Why? Gonna get caught out on the Oracle. Another nice pickup here will be taken by dogfights on the Skywrath Mage.
I do in her name.
So a 7-4 now. 3k net worth lead to the side of EHOME. RNG though remaining in this. Bot lane, they might find BT, they have Chrono, they'll commit it straight away with Setsu there, he'll follow up with the damage, and BT should just be dead. His Spirit siphons up, but Lightning Bolt will come in and Setsu will clean up. Though Y ends up finding Flywood up at the top lane apparently. The Sand King will end up falling once again. Still, RNG controlling up this Death Prophet. That doesn't seem to be the main source of concern right now. It is the CK though. And he is so far ahead in terms of net worth. In fact, the top 3 net worths are the side of EHOME. RNG looking to change that. They will pick up a Midas on Monet. His farm should escalate pretty fast after that. Looks like EHOME still want that T1 tower though up at the top lane. RNG, they'll just go for a direct trade at the bot T1. Setsu trying to abuse VT Faded. He's going to haste rune up. VT just turns around with a Spirit Siphon. Top lane Flywood though, going to be in trouble. Will Burrow Strike to the left. It does not matter. 897 is on the chase. Fortune's End to root Flywood in place, and they have the detection anyway. Faith Beyond wanted that kill. A nice Burrow Strike comes out in the end, but it does not matter. There's just no follow-up. So this continues. The one saving grace for RNG though is that that net worth graph is suddenly changing. It's BT gonna get caught out. Mystic Flare coming out from dogfights. This should lead to a kill, and yeah, it does. Thunder Gods will finish it off, but they find the trade on dogfights. You'll still be happy if you are RNG, but now Monet's been caught out on the Void, and that is not what you're gonna be happy about.
It was your own downfall.
You can't really afford to lose the Void like that. He still hasn't got treads or Midas available. So an 11-6, 2k net worth lead remains for the Radiant side. The Midas does now get picked up by the Void. Blink Dagger up on the Sand King as well. So Flyman, he's got that initiation now. He opted to not go for the quick Veil. Veil does have quite a lot of impact this game though. Someone should definitely grab one. I mean, you've got a Zeus Skywrath on your team. And we will see a smoke from RNG. Mystic Flare's back up. Blinks up on Flywind. This should be an easy kill on Y, and it definitely is. Fire Strike there. They don't even need the Mystic Flare Setsu. He'll just throw out a Lightning Bolt. That'll be enough. RNG, they want to be even more active. They still have the Mystic Flare available. Faith Beyond, that'd be a nice kill to pick up. He seems to be aware that something's wrong though. He'll hide in the tree line for now. Chrono is also available on the Void. They will back off, perhaps rotate towards that mid lane and try to see if you can pick off the CK. 897 is a bit too tanky though at 1.7k HP. Thing is, he's almost gonna have his Manta up. Like he has the full Yasha if he wants it. They are gonna go after Faith Beyond, who does show up again. So a nice pickup. Setsu will be on a dominating now.
Radiant are scanning.
This is buying a lot of space for Monet on that Void as well. EHOME seemingly having some issues here. BT just desperately trying to get up the Yules as quickly as possible so he can be effective with the team. Without that Yules, you're really not as safe as you think you are on the DP. 897 though, we'll go ahead and pick up a Blink Dagger now, so he wants to just close the distance on that Zeus straight away. Doesn't want to even risk any part of the Rift failing. Dogfights. Has an Invis rune. He's going to start scouting for his team. We'll run past the courier. Also find Sin Q. Top lane, Flywind is also there. This could be a very nice setup. Although, RNG, they found him. They do punish him.
That wasn't too bright.
Ran past the Sentry Ward of the Radiant on the uphill. They took complete advantage. EHOME, they're looking for more. They're smoked up. FF, very easy kill in the mid lane, and it looks like they probably will find it. The smoke breaks. FF gets caught out. Probably knows he's already dead. Doesn't even have a chance to react through the stun.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Reality Rift straight on Setsu. He's going to be okay for now. Pops the ultimate, but gets bursted down. Now the Void. He's been silenced up. He has Chrono. Time walks away. Goes for the Chrono straight on the Oracle. Mystic Flare is there to follow up with the damage. 897's not done, but now the Epi Flywind turning it around. They'll find a kill on the CK. And EHOME, they overextend a little bit too far, and RNG do punish. That'll buy more and more time and space for Monet, who desperately needs it. Getting closer and closer to that Maelstrom. More importantly as well, you shut down the CK a bit. Slow down that momentum. He's been so active, he hasn't really gone to farm up a BKB yet. He's got it queued up. It's going to be super important for him to have that BKB up during this game. Especially when you look at Faith Beyond and you realize this offlane Earthshaker hasn't picked up a pipe yet. Has gone for that greedy Aghanim Scepter build. So you don't have that magic resist available on the side of EHOME right now. If your Oracle gets caught out, it's just easy pickings for the rest. So why? Spotted? Not quite. The Veil now coming out on Flyone as well, and that's just really going to amp up all this magic damage from RNG. 897. They actually end up finding FF. The Purifying Flames was enough damage from Y. He was so close to TPing out as well. It's rather a shame for him. That is how it pans out. As well as that, Faith Beyond now has the Ags. So the shenanigans begin with the Earthshaker. Hot lane, CK again being caught out. The combination of Flyone with dogfights just setting up for the team. They do smoke up on EHOME anyway. They want to try and apply some aggression, but they've lost their CK. BT though will still have Exorcism available. They want to use this power curve of Faith Beyond with the Ags.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Monet would be an amazing target. They spot him out now. Faith, Fisher first. Doesn't jump yet, but does get there in time. Time Walk will not come out. And Echo just in case. They don't want to give him any chance to Time Walk all that damage off. Meanwhile, VT Faded got that mid-tier 2 tower. Now the enchant again. Faith jumps in. He wants the Zeus. Great Fisher blocks him out. The Flyone jumps in with the Burrow Strike, but it will not be enough. Chain Frost, but the False Promise comes in, saving Faith Beyond. And FF, he's falling very low on the Lich. He goes down. Light Strike Array on the Sand King. Faith Beyond eventually does go down to the damage of Flyone. But it does not matter. It's just a great trade for EHOME. They might even find dogfights, though LSA does not land. And that'll be it for EHOME. They will back off. They got more than enough out of that.
Radiant are scanning.
I'll take your tribute.
So 18 to 12. Still a slight net worth lead for EHOME at 2k. They definitely want a bit higher of a net worth lead though, considering their draft. As Monet now does have the full Maelstrom up. He's just bringing it out on the courier. And there will be a smoke coming out from RNG. Just so darn easy to pick somebody off once you get the Burrow Strike off. As long as Dogfights is around with the Mystic Flare, it is no issue whatsoever. They have plenty of damage. Oh, an 897, he's the perfect target. Faith Beyond's going to be around though. But they jump in. Epi there with the Veil. He's already lost so much HP. He'll drums up and run away. And now they jump back in. Flyone gets dusted up. They want to punish him for this. Rift is there as well, and they just Laguna him down. 897 playing the bait. Does work out for EHOME. They rotate up top as well. They want Setsu on that Zeus. So Setsu understands something's wrong. Will TP out immediately back towards that bot shrine. And great timing on that as well, as Faith just jumps into the tree line. The exact spot where the Zeus would have been. Still EHOME. Exorcism popped, straight back after a tier 2 tower up at the top lane now.
Are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
RNG, what are you up to? Bot lane, 897. An easy pick if you do land the chrono. Though why is there with the false promise? So maybe not so easy. BKB now up on the DP as well. Nimbus will scout out why. They're going to just jump in. It looks like they want to. A97, he gets the rift. Dogfights will be the target. And everybody from RNG just backs out. They don't want this team fight. They'll leave Dogfights to die. And they actually found another in the form of FF. And that was just Faith Beyond with the Enchant Totem and Fisher holding him down till A97 could get there with the rift. Another 2 kills the way of EHOME now. They extend that net worth lead just a bit to 4k. Perhaps even find a T1 tower. So A97 doesn't really have a creep wave with him. He could pop the Phantasm if he really wants this. But it looks like he may just wait out the wave.
Scanning.
897. BKB up. It's time to go. Straight with the smoke. It is a bit of a rotation from RNG as well, but they've left Monet alone. Monet not realizing what's going on. May get out in time. In fact, they don't run towards the north. EHOME, they go back south. And mid lane, VT faded by himself. They won't jump him either. EHOME, they find FF. It's not the target they want, but they'll take it. Faith looking for more. Fisher does connect on Dogfight, so they'll find another support out of this. I suppose it's better than nothing though. Faith Beyond almost goes down. But he'll get healed up by Y on the Oracle. And now they found Setsu. That's the one they wanted. The Zeus. Xingqiu may go down, but it won't matter anyway. And in fact, he will not. They have the control. That's going to be 3 more kills going to the way of EHOME. Or maybe even more than that. Monet is getting chased down now. Faith has Fisher. Monet's running. Fisher does connect. Silence is there. Faith, he has Echo as well, but nice Burrow Strike from Flywind. Exorcism has been popped. They should at least find a Sand King out of this, but Faith Beyond really wants that Void. He'll TP out. The Sand King may not be able to get out though, as that is now going to be 4 kills from that smoke. Just one by one RNG getting caught out across the map. Perhaps they'll have some revenge here on 897. Yeah, Chrono into the Mystic Flare, and it's going to be a very, very easy pickup. He didn't react quite fast enough with the BKB. RNG will capitalize straight off the bat.
Arms for the dead.
A very back and forth game number 3. You can see a lot of hesitation between both these two teams as well. A lot of caution going into these team fights. And we haven't really had a full 5v5 scale kind of team fight go on yet. But again, this is a game 3. Last chance for the major. A lot of nerves. A lot of things on the line between both teams. Nobody wants to lose this game. And we should have a look at that win probability of Dota Plus. And it is very, very even. 52% the way of EHOME. 48% the way of RNG. Basically 50-50. Why? Spot out FF. FF should just be dead. Yeah, they'll claim a very easy Lich kill. And the God's Wrath will scout out where the side of EHOME is. Now the Roshan, 897. Gonna get it started. Gonna be very easy, Roche, with those Phantasm Illusions, and RNG are not gonna contest. They're trying to make their way up. They're not gonna make it in time. The Roshan, I mean, it's still up, to be fair. They could Burrow Strike in, but Faith Beyond is controlling them. In fact, he's just getting Dogbites right now. But Dogbites will try to turn around, but here comes 897 with that Aegis. They pick up the Skywrath. They've lost the Lina. 897 is not done, though. He looks for more. Setsu doesn't want to get caught out like this. Not like that. 897. Nimbus will come out. He just pops the BKB. It's worth the kill. Though, nice juke from Setsu. He blinks out and the TP as well. And that BKB denial now is not going to be there. Monet going to get jumped, but he pops the BKB, goes straight Chrono on Faith Beyond. Control that Earthshaker. There's the LSA coming out though. Faith Beyond does not die. Flywind, he will be the target. He Burrow Strikes out. Chain Frost is there. Still Flywind is still the target and still does get taken out as 897 will go after the Lich. Thunder God's Wrath will find, well, absolutely nobody in fact. It was the Aegis being taken from 897. But that'll be it. Another 2 kills. Another tier 1 tower. In fact, make that 3 kills. They found Dogfights in the tree line. And actually, Dogfights fighting back the best he can. Faith will still grab it. Although Nimbus will not get him a second time.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Faith Beyond counting his blessings. Surviving that last Nimbus strike. Things are just going very, very well. EHOME now have an 8k net worth lead. I imagine the win probability has gone up a bit. In fact, it has, but only by a tiny bit. It only got up by about 2%. So still apparently a pretty big chance here from RNG. And, well, I mean, they are playing a Void. Can't really discount Void during the late game. CKs do tend to drop off a little bit. So do Death Prophets, although 897. Might be able to find Setsu, but Setsu's already out of there as well. He's in the tree line.
Dire's bottom tower is under
And 897 will continue for that bot tier 2 tower now. Or maybe he won't. No, they'll just back off. You've got the Axe now up on VT Faded. I thought they may have just gone for that. You know the Chrono's not up. It will be now. It just ticks over.
Dire's bottom tower
RNG
is under
with the
attack.
smoke. Faith Beyond will be a nice pick off though. He just blocks it with the Fissure. Immediately breaking that smoke as well. Jules is there. He jumps in, but this could be bait. Ancient Seal comes out. It's purged off, and it looks like RNG will not try any further for that. 10k is the net worth lead for EHOME at the 32.5-minute mark. Monet trying to find a target. He has the Mjolnir up, he has the BKB, he's ready to go. Won't find one though. There hasn't been too much item progression from RNG. They've been struggling just a little bit. It's mostly been on Monet on the Void. EHOME, they smoke up. They're ready to go once again. All ultimates are available apart from Phantasm, but it looks like 897 won't mind as Faith Beyond finds Monet, but he has help. Enchant Totem does connect, but Monet has Chrono. This is a decent team fight for RNG. Exorcism is there from Faded. They jump straight onto the Oracle. Now 897, but they don't have the damage output for him. Still, BKB up. They're going to continue this chase. Meanwhile, Laguna, they found the Sanking Flying One. He's going down. 897 still surviving. The BKB of Monet is about to wear off, and he still jumps in. Faith with the control, has the Echo. Chain Frost comes out. Can they get Monet? Yeah, they can. He commits the Echo for it. BT with a double. They continue going. A triple for him. He does end up going down in the end, but Faith finds another in FF. And this is just disastrous for RNG. The buybacks do fly out, but it means nothing. And now Flyone's just trapped. Which way do you blink, Flyoone? Make a decision, sir. It looks like he may be okay if he just goes to the west. He actually will go straight down south with the burrow on Sin Q, but that is a death sentence. Will Sandstorm up again. Faith is here. Fisher comes out. Setsu trying to dish out some damage. Burrow Strike, 897. He's falling low, but not low enough. Still the Sandstorm continuing to go as Flywood just dragging this out as much as he can, and Setsu actually could burst them down if they stick around any longer. Faith does not want to leave this alone, and it looks like Flyone has had enough. He drags it out as far as he can, and he gets the hell out. Nice play for him to waste a lot of time from EHOME. And Faith actually goes down to the Wraithfire and Nimbus. Great play from Setsu.
I'll take your tribute.
With that, 2 banner rings to each side it seems. Flying will grab the 2 for RNG. Still a very even game. RNG is slowly trying to make their way back. The buyback is there. FF goes down immediately to 897. Flyone getting caught out as well. Bishop the control. 897 has him with the illusions. They'll take him out. Faith going for even more in dogfights, and VT, he's on top of it. TP will be cancelled off. They get dogfights on the Skywrath. And 3 more go down for RNG. And with that, this time EHOME may be able to capitalize. In fact, they found more. They found the big Zeus. Straight through mid is the call from EHOME. Force those buybacks. They haven't got one on the Sand King. EHOME will oblige, they will back off. They have a massive 15k net worth lead now though. Things are getting better and better. The Heart of Tarask is up on 897. He's just casually sitting at 4.2k HP. And it looks like they were hoping for someone to run down that mid lane. And now you have to be so careful about this positioning. You have Chrono, but I don't know if you have the damage. Thunder Gods, they are going to find White. So the Oracle's gone. Nice pickup. That'll be enough for EHOME to back out, but they just go straight into the Roshan pit. DT will pop the Exorcism straight off the bat. He doesn't want to waste any time. RNG, they don't have any vision over this Roche pit, so they may not know this is happening. Of course, we do have the server lag coming once again back into this game. No problem though. It's not like we're almost 40 minutes in.
Has fallen to the Radiant.
So Roshan is going to be claimed by EHOME. Aegis and Cheese both on 897. RNG positioning themselves to try and jump the side of EHOME. I want so much pressure on him to get an amazing epi burrow to start off a fight, especially before those BKBs come up. The rest of RNG have backed off anyway though. EHOME, what's the game plan? Is to smoke up. That dire ward did not actually catch that smoke. It was just barely out of vision. So SyncQ may have just made it obvious with that Dragon Slave LSA. And I believe he has. RNG back the hell out. They get set up for that high ground defense. Still, when you've got an Aegis cheese on your CK, you may not be too concerned anyway. In fact, I thought the Aegis was on the CK. Excuse me, it is on Faith Beyond on the Earthshaker. I suppose that does also work out, because he has an escape mechanism once that Aegis does pop. Not only that though, but you have so much form of control in the Earthshaker. If they catch him out once with the Chrono, at least you'll still have him in the secondary life.
Dire's bottom tower is
They
under
will go after that tier 2 bot tower now.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
For my fire.
RNG just being so patient about this. Nate is up there in net worth. He's got a Manta up now. He's trying to go for that Satanic next. He just hasn't had an opportunity to get any farm in. Got a Refresher Orb on BT faded though. So double Exorcism is going to be up. And it's going to be rather painful for RNG. And they, Thunder God's Wrath scout out. He'll see if he can find a pick off. Nimbus will be there on Y, but he just gets out. And now Faith Beyond chasing this Void. But he's out of there immediately. The Assault Cuirass going to be up on the CK. More added armor against that Void, so that Chrono again going to be really difficult to find anything in. EHOME just trying to make it impossible for Monet to find the right Chrono in that next team fight. So RNG are going to leave the base for the first time in a while. EHOME have wards all over though. They will find out pretty quick where you are. They do get some nice vision. Up on that high ground, keep eyes on the side of EHOME. Faith Beyond though, ready to set up on somebody. He won't spot out Flywind. EHOME just doing a fantastic job at choking out this map. If they can't farm, they can't win. Is the aim in the game, though. They do get started. And well, nice Chrono coming out. Is it going to be enough? There's not really follow-up. Monet's still trying to get in, but they found both. No buyback on Faith Beyond. I could have sworn he had an Aegis, but apparently it did expire, perhaps? Nevertheless, Monet gonna run away. 897 finds a double kill. And now the tier 3 VT, he just keeps going. Refreshes his ultimate. They will end up finding Setsu on the Zeus. No buybacks available on all 3 of those heroes. You can pop that Exorcism all over again if you're VT. You just need some mana. The Void getting stunned up. The Epi Burrow coming in from Flywind, but it's only going to be by himself. No Chrono to follow up. That second Exorcism comes out, and now the tier 4s are under siege. RNG, can you hold out with only 2 players? Flywind is still stuck in his own sandstorm apparently, and yeah, he is. They get the Fortune's End. Xingqiu, BKB's up as he gets chased by Monet and just holds him in place. Meanwhile, the Ancient still not exposed. The T4s are there. Why? Falling. There's the buyback from the Zeus. He finally got it up, but they've lost their Void. He'll buy back as well. Flywind controlling the side of EHOME up, but they're fighting in an Exorcism right now. 897, he's just ripping them apart. Monet trying his best, but VT faded. He jumps in the middle. Flying with the double Baron Strike though. Monet trying to go after Y once again. He just wants the Oracle. VT's forced the BKB up and run away. And now 897 could be in trouble. BKB blinks out of there and looks like he may get out, although he is still on his own and they are still chasing. They are not going to leave this man alone. And somehow RNG managed to hold out. 897 does go down. Y also ends up dropping. And RNG, that was an impressive hold. They didn't have Faith Beyond there, which does cost them. I did not hear the Aegis expire. Could have been the server lag causing that, but big mistake from EHOME. They thought they were just strong enough anyway. They had a 30 plus net worth lead on their side of things, but it just didn't matter. They didn't even find the actual melee barracks. They only got the range. Monet, silenced up. Faith Beyond jumps in, but there's the Chrono. Straight onto Faith. They can't take him out. Go after Xingqiu instead. Still Faith in trouble, but he has a BKB. He'll jump out of there. Flywind looking for a burrow. Setsu gonna get jumped on. Loses a lot of HP as well, but still Faith is the target. He's been Ancient sealed up. Slowed down. It's not gonna be enough. He'll walk out of there. Just barely. Oh, never mind. Setsu finds it with the Thunder Gods. He does have buyback. That is the one positive for him. But now the Roshan is going to be taken by RNG. And you've got to buy back on Faith Beyond if you do want to try and contest, and that's exactly what they do. They can't allow the Roshan to go. That does have the Aghanim Scepter Blessing as well. And EHOME with a 24k net worth lead. Looking like they're the losing team up against RNG, but they'll pop the Exorcism, go into the Roshan. There's no Chrono available. Not for another 80 seconds, but you've got Flywind. He's got the Epicenter Burrow. Epicenter charged up. It's way too early though, but he jumps in. Misses the Burrow Strike as well. The Nimbus will get vision for the rest of the team, but it may not matter as 897. He'll pop the Phantasm. FF is deleted. Flywind's gone as well. And Zetsu needs to get the hell out of there. The buyback from FF. Roshan is down. They'll give Y the Aghanim Scepter Blessing, as I believe they found another, although no, not quite. So Purifying Flames is now going to have a very, very short cast time and cast point, 1 second. See how effective that is. I mean, he's going to be able to heal up his teammates pretty darn quick in the False Promise, that's for sure. Monet now has the Satanic up on the Void. Going into that MKB next. Setsu with that Refresher Orb.
Double damage.
897. Casually has almost 5k HP with the Eye of Skadi now up.
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack.
BT Fader, Refresher Orb is going to be up and ready again. Exorcism up in 15 seconds. That win probability still in the way of EHOME, 92%. Got such a big net worth lead, 36k. Which makes it even more miraculous that RNG could hold like that. Even VT has the heart up. They're going to try this push again. They have everything they could ask for. Aegis is available on Faith. They go for the Burrow Strike, but Flyone may get caught out like this. They jump in, get rid of the Sanking straight away. Faith will make the chase, but no, they'll back off after the tier 3 tower. 897, he splits up, he goes mid. Who do you chrono up if you are Monet? Nobody quite yet. Although, Burrow Strike on 8-9. Jumps in, Flyone copying a lot of damage, and he gets bursted. He'll buy back. But there are no buybacks available now on the side of RNG. EHOME also go back, however. As the bounty runes are going to be up. They want to keep that net worth advantage up. Not that they exactly need it. I mean, they're at 43k now. Make that 44k. Refresher Orb available on Sin Q. Mid lane though, they have jumped 497 and Faith jumps in to try and help out, but they found the kill, 897. Monet trying to find more, still has the chrono. Faith wants to get out. BT, he refreshes, he pops the Exorcism straight after Monet, but they can just wait that out. They'll go with the chrono onto Y. The Oracle's gone. Now Faith, he's controlling up Flyone, but he has an Aeon Disc. 897 is back with the buyback. Flyone does go down to the Laguna. Meanwhile, BT is fighting everyone by himself. He'll be alright for now. He does fall quite low, but he can reset with the heart. They've got a Sand King down with that buyback. Exorcism is going to wear off. No Refresher Orb for VT. That's one positive for RNG. No chrono though. And Faith, he jumps in, he gets a double stun. They take down dogfights. He'll buy back. Faith, Echo Slam straight onto 2. Monet still doing well though. And BT, he's going to back out. 897, going to have to turn around. BKB up, straight onto FF. That's Lich gone. That's a dieback on that support. Monet, though, still fighting 897. 897 just trying to get out of there. Faith is so down low, but he's being healed up. And now Monet, he gets blown up. That's it. He has no buyback. It's going to be a full team wipe, and that's game over. EHOME have pulled it off. At 52 minutes into this game, the Ancient will fall. A 43k net worth lead. And what a couple days it's been, as they will take the final slot of the Chinese close qualifiers. RNG, a fantastic performance altogether from them, but EHOME was just the better team today. And as for the qualifiers, that's it for China. And that's it for me for now. I believe I'll be back on the 9th, but I appreciate all you guys sticking around and enjoying the show. Here's the scoreboard for all you people that really want it. But it's getting late. It's time for me to head off. Thank you very much for the support. If you guys want to follow, I'm on Twitter at MLP Dota. Otherwise, thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time.